Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning from wherever you're joining us from today. My name's Sarah, and I'm the Program and Event Manager at the Reactor in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to a Microsoft Reactor Sydney livestream event. Tonight, I'd like to welcome back Shakir Khan. Shakir Khan has been into Power Platform, SharePoint, and Office 365 evangelism for 10 plus years. Starting his career back in 2017, he quickly switched to SharePoint technologies in 2008. From there onwards, he spent his time advocating for SharePoint and Microsoft technologies. This evening's session, he will be walking you through the bot framework composer in Power Virtual Agent. This session will be 60 minutes with 10 minutes for questions at the end if we can get to them. However, do send us your questions throughout in the Q&A section. Also, we will share a link to our feedback survey, and there will be an on-demand version of this one available on our YouTube channel within the next 24 to 48 hours, and we will share that link. You'll also see in the Q&A section, I've posted the link to our check-in page, so please check in, and we've also got additional resources there for you to be able to have a look at after the event today. However, for now, I'd like to hand the floor over to Shakir to begin. So Shakir, over to you.
Hello guys, hello, welcome to my session. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, from wherever you are joining in. So thanks Sarah for inviting me again at Microsoft Reactor Sydney. It's been a pleasure representing myself and on the Microsoft Reactor Sydney. So today's topic is bot framework composer in Power Virtual Agent. So what I will do today that I will cover Power Virtual Agent, and then I will look into the bot frameworks within the Power Virtual Agent. So sit back, relax, and I will take you through the to the whole world of Power Virtual Agent and the bot framework composer. All right, so my next slide is okay. So this is a bit about myself. As I mentioned, my name is Shakir Majid Khan, and my the smaller abbreviation is SMK. I'm working as a senior tech lead at Optus Insist. I've joined Optus late August, so it would be like 10 months in Optus. Yeah, and I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and Microsoft certified solution expert. And last year I've started one YouTube channel, and over there I'm posting Power Virtual Agent, not Power Platform as a whole. So I'm posting videos regarding the Power Platform, and I've posted a series of Power Virtual Agent videos as well. So if you want to go and see yeah, it's where you can find out some interesting and knowledgeable content on my YouTube channel. You can tweet me. You can follow me at my Twitter handle, which is meetsmk, and you can find my. You can go into my email address. Sorry, not my email address. You can go into my site, which is shakirmajid.com, and you can add me on the LinkedIn as well. So you can, if you just search my name with Shakir Majid Khan, so the first result would be mine one. All right. Okay. So as we have mentioned that I'm currently based in Sydney, so this is my whereabouts. So if you guys are joining somewhere in somewhere from Europe or Asia or North America, and if you don't hear about Australia, so Australia is very farther side of this world. And so I'm based in Sydney, so which is a very beautiful city. Yeah. So let's discuss about Power Virtual Agent. So the Power Virtual Agent lets you to create a powerful chatbots that is a no code graphical interface, and without the need of the data scientist or the developer. The whole idea of the Power Virtual Agent is to have a, a knowledge base and have a skill set which won't take that much to develop and which doesn't require a prior knowledge of any AI or any other related technologies. So what does that mean? That if someone wants to build a bot within the organization, so let's suppose that you works in an organization and you wants to create a bot which would be available on the team. So you don't require the prior knowledge of AI or the technologies which is being used through the for the bot. Like if I talk about from the perspective of the Azure, so like they are like Lois and other technologies. So in order to take away all those details and then all those like the theoretical things, what I can say, like yeah. So you will have a graphical interface kind of solution where you can build your own bot, um, where you can build your own bot. So like Power Virtual Agent, as it's mentioned over here, that it does have like the five main benefits. So one is eliminate, add, reduce, remove, simplify, and the minimize. So let's talk about the eliminate. So eliminate is like you will eliminate the um, uh, like the gap between the subject matter expert and then the development teams who are responsible for creating the bots. So what does that mean? That someone from the let's suppose there's someone from your finance department wants to build a bot, and then they don't know like how to create it. So once so someone who is in your organization who is aware of the Power Virtual Agent, they can show the how this Power Virtual Agent works, and then it's quite, as I was mentioned, it's a no code graphical interface. So they can so the guys from the finance department can look into the whole interface, and then they can provide their own input that how it should works, and then it can done in a quick way. So it would eliminate the gap between the subject matter expert, as I mentioned, and then the development teams for building the bots. The next point is the reduce. So it does reduce the time which takes to bot to build, and then the owner recognize that if there is an error is being like coming up within the Power Virtual Agent. So what does that mean? That the whole point of developing and then deploying and then managing is quite fast. So you don't require an access on the Azure to deploy that one or to update your bot. So a guy, so the guy who is there in the finance department, they can easily go over there and then they can update the answers to some of the question, or can add another other answers as well, which we call topics in the Power Virtual Agent term. So it does reduce the time to go back and forth, and then yeah. Yeah. So the third point is remove. So remove is like it removed the like it removed to understand. Sorry, let me rephrase my word. It will remove the understanding of the typical AI system and then the methodology. So when we use like when we are building the bot through Azure or some other platforms, so we do require prior knowledge of AI system. As I mentioned, that you might have to look into the Q&A maker or the Lois and other stuff. So, but over here, it just remove the whole conversation of the AI system, and you have one solution, and you can go over there and deploy, and you can create your bot over there. The fourth point is simplify. It does simplify the complex code, so the everything which is there, everything is there at would be on your Power Virtual Agent. So you can look, and you can easily put your own logic into this one. You can easily call some external. Just give me a second. Just 1 minute. All right. Okay. Yeah. So let's just resume. It just simplify the needs of the complex code. So what I've mentioned, that's you don't require to write a very complex code into your Power Virtual Agent. So just as I mentioned, there's a no code graphical interface, so you can go directly over there and do the and then uh, create your own bot. Yeah. The fifth point is to minimize the IT effort needed to deploy and maintain a custom conversational solution. So what does that mean? That it would minimize the dependability on the IT team. So you as a finance person, you can go over there, you can add more topics, add more questions, add more answers, add more logic into it, and then so it does require the very less time amount of time from the IT team to manage those bot. Let's goes into my second slide. The second slide is what we can do. So, as I mentioned, like in my previous slide, that it empowers your team. So, if you have like a couple of guys in your finance team, so they can like update the bot, and then they can like edit or remove some of the topics. They can like um, goes into the maneuver uh, or make the bot more efficient. And the second point is does reduce the code, because we are taking out some of the technologies as it is used to be in the other bot technologies. So we have the one reduced cost, and we are taking out the human cost as well. So they are like very few people engage in this whole activity, so it does reduce the cost. And the third point is improve customer satisfaction. So as a finance guy, I can see like how many questions has been answered, and what is the like if there are any questions which has been asked from the bot and the bot is not able to answer, so you can go and you can update those questions over there. So which is quite good. And then again, like it is there as a 24/7. So you can like as a not as a finance team or as a IT team, they can go and then they can fix something if something is happening in the Power Virtual Agent. Yep. All right. Okay. So my next slide is, let's talk about the components of Power Virtual Agents. So there are like four basic components. One is topics, another one is entities, the third one is option, the third one is options. Sorry, the third one is actions, and then the fourth one is publishing. Okay, so topics. So the topics uh, is defined how the chatbot conversation plays out. So you can author topics by customizing the providing templates. Like you can create a topics from the scratch, or you get a suggestion from the existing topics which is there being built by the Power Virtual Agent. So just consider that there are a topic is kind of a it's trigger from bunch of the phrases. So let's suppose that you have bunch of phrases as a greetings. So you can say hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and then after that, after someone is asking, like someone is saying hi or hello and all these phrases. So you can answer the questions, like you can answer the same set of question, as a like, okay, yes, welcome to my bot, and then other responses. So you can club together all those different phrases, and then you trigger the topics. This is how the topics works. So there are like two types of topics. The one is a user topic and another one is the system topic. So the user topics are the topic which is being created by you or the system will create for you. So when you create a new bot from the Power Virtual Agent, so it will create the user topics for you, and then it will create the system topics. So the system topics are the topic which is being created by the system, and it is not, you cannot switch off those topics. So it will be always on in within your bot. You can alter the, or you can change the responses from the topics, but you cannot kind of switch off the whole topic. And then the other mentioned as a user topic. So the user topic is the topic which has been created by you or the system will create for you. But so the only difference is that for the user topic you can switch off those topic, and then the system topic you cannot switch off. Okay, the second point is entities. So there are like two types of entities. One is the pre-built entities, when another one is the custom entities. So the entities is the ability from the chatbot to understand a natural language conversation, which is quite important. So take an example that if someone is asking that, let's suppose that if I wants to get a age of a person, so what I will say, okay, what is your so I am from the bot, I can ask the question from the to the user that, okay, how old are you? So the user, they can say that, okay, I'm 18 years old, or I'm 20 years old, or my age is 20, or my age is 19 year. So the 18 and the 19, within that whole sentence, then this your entity will pick that up, and then it's a store, and then it just say, okay, this is the age of that person. So 18 years, 19 year, 20 year, within the whole sentence that I'm a 19 years old, or my age is 19, or my age is 20. So it will understand, it will pick up that, okay, the user is saying yes, the age is 19 or 20. Okay. So they are like couple of pre-built entities, not couple of, like the so many, so which is age, colors, city, countries, numbers, names. So like the Power Agent can pick up those values from the text. The custom entities, like, yeah, if someone is not if there's something which has not been covered through the pre-built entities, so you can have the custom entities. um, so let's suppose that if you wants to ask some kind of domain knowledge, domain specific knowledge, or you wants to show a kind of a listing of the options. So you can create your custom entities, and then you can present those options through the custom entities, and the user can pick up those entities, and then present, yeah, and then like the build like post other questions or the messages to the bot. The third one is action. So the action is okay. So no, Yes, so actions, yes. So you can enable your chatbot to perform an action by calling Microsoft or Power Automate Flow. Uh, so the whole idea is to action is that let's suppose that I want to present some information which is not sitting into the Power Virtual Agent, which is there on my database or on my SharePoint or on my other system. So how can I show that document, show that information to my to the user? So I can use an action and then I call a Power Automate Flow to call to show the content within my Power Virtual Agent. Uh, and and then the fourth part is the publishing. So the publishing is this is the like most I don't most important aspect of when you are trying to manage and try to publish the Power Virtual Agent, uh, the bot from bot to the to the different channels. So let's suppose that if you want to publish this bot to the teams, so which is quite easy, and then you just like series of click, and then you goes to your teams and deploy that bot which and then it goes same goes with the different channels as well. So the whole publishing is quite easy as far as the Power Virtual Agent is concerned. All right, okay, so um, let's discuss about the bot framework composer. So as I mentioned that the Power Virtual Agent is a no-code solution or the no-code graphical interface solution. So what happens that there's a boundary within the Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and it can't go beyond that it won't beyond that the its boundary. So in order to integrate a more domain and more capabilities to develop or to extend the bot from the Power Virtual Agent. So you can use the bot framework composers, which is now available. Previously, it was a preview, now it is there. So you can just click on there. I'll show you how to create the power, how to how to extend your Power Virtual Agent bot to the bot framework composer. So like they are as I mentioned that it is integrated into Power Virtual Agent, so it will let you to extend your bot frameworks functionality like adaptive dialogues, language generations, regular expression, and adaptive cards. So what does that mean? That like by bot framework composer, you can use all these functionalities from the bot framework, and then you make your bot from the Power Virtual Agent very very rich, and then some of the stuff which is not being done cannot be done through the Power Virtual Agent can be do it from the um, to the Power Framework Composer. So like let's suppose that if you want to create event driven dynamic dialogues to handle interruptions or cancellation and context switching. So you could use the adaptive card to display interactive elements like images, video, forms, and more in that board. And let's suppose that if you want to fill up some form through the Power Virtual Agent, so you can use the bot framework composer to fill up the form. Let's suppose that there's a survey form, there's something which you want to use by the a user which wants to fill by the user, so you can use the bot framework composer, and it's quite easy to fill the form, and then like store some values, or show the values, and or use that value to show some messages. All right. Okay. So now what we will do that we will have a one demo. So I'll create. Excuse me. So we will have one demo. So what I will do that I will create one bot, and what we will consider, we will take a scenario that okay, there is an organization, and within our organization we have a daycare facilities. Okay, so there each of the, let's suppose that the organization does have like the two or three offices in Australia. So like an employee as an employee can ask the, excuse me. Yeah, so the employee can ask the benefits from these services, or they can ask that, okay, let's suppose that there are some like the employees have the child into the daycare facility. They can ask that, okay, what the what my child is doing. So the child, so also, like the whole idea is that you have taken out the human interaction, and then whatever the input which is there in your system, it will show the result to your bot. So in the system, in our SharePoint, we will maintain the activities of the child, and whenever our bot, whenever the user will ask that, okay, what is my child doing, so you can just ask the question from the, like you can call a power automate flow, and the power automate flow will return that, okay, this child is doing this, or this child is doing that. And then you can have, and then what we will do that we will show the meal, or like the working hours, and then the final one will be this. I will show you there's that a kind of a meal options for the kids, that okay, what is available today in our daycare facility for the kids. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me. What I will do, I will share my screen. I will share the other screen with you, where I have already opened up my browser. So what I will, let me just goes into. I will stop the sharing of my screen, and then I will goes into my. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen with you. Just bear with me. 1 minute. Okay. So yeah. Yes. So all right. So in order to reach to Power Virtual Agent, so you just write um, the powerva.microsoft.com, and it will take you to your tenant Power Virtual Agent. So yeah, so it will take you to your Power Virtual Agent within your Office 365 tenant. So what I will do that I'll create a new bot in my Power Virtual Agent. So usually I'm using the same tenant for my other speaking gigs. So I will use the same Power Virtual Agent, but I will create a new bot. So let me create a new bot, and I'll just say um, um, what? Okay, so Microsoft Reactor, and then bot framework. Yep, bot framework, and then I'll just select English and contour so and create this one. So it will take bit of time. So let's just wait it. Yeah. So the idea is like what I will do that I will show you like how this power children one. I will give you a kind of quick overview. How does it work? And then we will go into our power virtual agent, not bot framework composer, and then I'll show you like how it's gonna work. All right. So let me just close this one. So it already created. Um, yes, as you can see, I can this reactor bot framework is already checked it. All right, so I have like the bots and sorry, I have the topics over here, and then I have entities over here. So the topic, as I mentioned, like there are some of the topic which has been created by like these are the topic which has been created by the Power agent. So the above topics are the user topics, and the below one are the system topics. So the above topics is just like you can edit those topics, you can switch on and off. But the below topic, which are the system topics, so you cannot turn it off. So I'll just go over here in greetings, and then I'll say, so these are the all the trigger phrases as I mentioned. So these are the trigger phrases, which is like 52. So all these are like hello, how are you, and hello my friend, hello madam, hello I need help. So these are the trigger phrases. So whenever the user asks this question, it will go into this authoring canvas, which is kind of the flow of all the information which is being shown to the users. So whenever someone asks good morning, good afternoon, or other triggering phrases, so it will say, hi, I'm a virtual agent, I can help with some questions or whatever. Yeah, so we can you can say I can help with like, information. Alright, and yes, I'll just save it. And if I ask, I Hi, so it should say yep. So it will show you like see like it will show you these text marks are just show you that how it flows from this question to the end of my message. Topics, and then yeah, I'll go back to my topics. And so you can create a new topics, and then you can add those like like change this topic. So what I will do that I will click on this one, and I'll click go to on Think Canvas. So what I will do that I will yeah, let me ask a question of center you're looking for, and then I'll just says Sydney and Melbourne. I'm very bad with my spelling, so I'll just say Sydney, and then the other one is the Melbourne. Yep. And so what I will do is that if it is ask a questions, no, I will show a message, and then I'll just show this message that to the Melbourne, I will show this one. All right, and just say end of conversation. Let's just save this one and see, like, save it. And I'll just ask this question. Daily open hours. So it will ask me that, okay, Sydney or Melbourne. So if I just select Sydney, so it will show me the Sydney hours. So which is it is quite simple and it is quite useful to do that. And so what I will do that I will say current activity. So what my child is doing, activity, and I will add. I'll go to Ethering Canvas and okay. So what I will do, I will just and then I will okay. For before that, what I will do that I will go into my security and then I'll just do the authentication and authentication for the teams. So what I will do that I will take the sign in username and sign in person details, and then I'm going to pass to my Power Automate. So topics, and then yes, so I'll just say new topic. I already have this one, and just a moment, and then I'll just ask a question. What I will do that, let me just call an action and with an email address. User display name, and then I will use as a bot, and I'll just save it. And and what I will do that I will call an action, and I will ask to my with my SharePoint that, okay, what my child is doing. So okay, before that, what I need to do, that's okay. So what I will do that I will ask a question. What is your child name? And then I will choose this. I will choose the this entity, and then name, person name, and yeah, and I'll just say bot mm, bot framework work, and then bot framework and child name, and save it. And what I will do that I will call an action, and so I have already created a Power Virtual like the flow, which expect the parent email. So let me just see what framework email and the name already exists. All right, okay, so I'll choose this one. Just give me a, yep, and I'll use, yep, and save. So I'll just, when I ask this question, let's just save it. Hi, and then it will show me the same reply, and then when I will just say what my child is doing, so it should goes into my SharePoint, and yeah, so it will ask what my child name. So my child name is Ahmed, so I will just Ahmed, and it will show me that Ahmed is doing what. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just 1 minute. Let me show the response. Uh, Activity, yes, save it, and okay, cancel. Let me just save it first, save it. And so this is our last thing from the Power Virtual Agent. So and then I will move to the bot framework. So I'll just say hi, and I'll do the same. It will show me the same questions, and then when I will ask this question, what my child is doing, so it should ask me to my child name, Ahmed, and then it should show me that this apply. Ahmed is having breakfast. So it's pulling the information from SharePoint. Yeah, so it will pulling the information from the SharePoint. So I will just I will just take you to the bot framework composer. So for the bot framework composer, you need to go into the topics and then new topics. Over here, it will show in the bot framework, open in the bot framework. Before that, it will coming over here. Now they will move into this under the new topics. So open in the bot framework composer, and it will open the bot framework composer application. So which is this one. Yep. And it will say, and it will ask you like if you wants to store it somewhere. I should say no, just keep it over there. All right, so this is the bot framework composer. Here you go. So it has all those topics it has created which is there on your bot on your Power Virtual agent. So you can all these topics which are there. So you cannot like work on these topics because this has been created through the Power Virtual agent, but you can create a new topics and then you can work on it. So what I will do that we will in this example we will show that the meal options for today. All right. So what I'll do that I'll add a dialog. So add a dialog is just nothing just a it's just a topic within the Power Virtual agent. So I would just say meals and I click on the meals. And begin dialog. Okay, so it will. So what I will do that I'll create. I'll show the response to my user, and by how I will show that I will use the language generation through the Power Virtual through the bot framework, and based on my the whole JSON, it will show the message back to the user. So I would just say goes into my not in the configure. Yes, bot response. So I have this means. So what I will do that I will go into my quotes, and then I'll just take this off. And I have one cheat sheet, so what I will do that I will just add some option over here. So we have option as a chicken, steak, and tofu, and then we have so in order to show in a beautiful in a picturesque way. So what I will do that I will show the images of my steak or my chicken or my tofu. I know that these meals are not good for child, but just to give you an example, so these are my meals option. And then what I will do that I will copy paste a major like a JSON, which is kind of the meat of the whole thing. So from here it will pick up that which of the which of the images and which of the text will appear on my chat window. So it will show me the images and then the text of the image, and then it will show into the card manner, adaptive card manner. So this is the one, and then after that I will just say that okay, so once we have prepared the whole JSON, then we have to load the JSONs. So this is to load the JSON, and then the final bit is that I'll copy the whole this JSON and put it into send it to as a send it to my bot uh, bot bot response as a bot response. So for this one, what I will do that I will just copy this one, copy from my cheat sheet, which is quite hidden. All right, okay. So what I will do that I will goes into my create and then begin dialog, and then I'll just send a response. So because like the time is quite short, so I can't show you the whole bot framework, but in future hopefully I will do kind of another session, and then from there then I can present the bot framework in like as a whole, as a bot framework whole. The idea of this session is just to give kind of very like the understanding, not the basic to intermediate level of understanding that how this bot framework composer work, and then what you can expect bot framework composer to do. And it is quite vast, and I like what I've observed through my own practice that okay, it can do wonders within the to my from like sorry, from the board framework composer. All right. So what I will do that I need to do. Uh, I need to first. This is almost ready. So what it will do that it will call this adaptive card meals, and it will pass to my uh, board response. Yeah, it will pass to here over here, and then it will call this thing, and then it will call this one, and each of the places you can see the as a placeholder. So it will call this stake images URL. So it will show this images URL, and then and then it will show the location as well, which is I'm passing through the as an input parameter. All right. Okay. So let me just do one thing. Uh, yes. So let me just go over here, and I'll publish this one. Yep. Hopefully it should work. Now I know there are like some of the occasion that it won't show the actual results during these live sessions on the demo. So it always kind of finger crossed, finger crossed whenever you are presenting in a live session or the live demo. All right, just taking time publishing and on bot. Oh, okay. validating bot assets, loading bot contents, I think is going through. Yeah, so I think the first publish is always take a bit of time, but hopefully it will be. All right, that's good. So let's create a one topic. So we'll just say meals options, uh, meals, meal option. So what are the meal option? Okay, and meal option for today. Today, and then goes to mothering, and what I will do that I will ask that from where the user is. So I'll just delete this one and ask a question and that what is your city, and then I'll choose the city and I'll use the city and save it. And then I'll goes to another topic, and then I'll just go on because now it picks up the mail which I've created through the Power Virtual Bot Framework Composer. All right, so let's see that's how does it work. I will ask the same question just to warm it up. Hi, so it will show me the same those responses from the greetings topics, and then I'll ask this question: what are the meal options? And let's ask Sydney. Let's see. No, it's should goes into. Oh, okay. Let me just save it first. All right, I'll just again ask. And what are the meal options? Yes. What are the meal options? And then Sydney should ask. Cool. So it says Sydney, and it shows those responses from my onboard framework composer. So as you can see, the responses is coming from here. So the pictures, even I just show you, there's the pictures are this one is pulling from my board framework composer just to show you that I'm not it's not kind of fix or something else. So this is pictures showing from the URL which is there in the board framework composer. All right, let me just show you. So it is like it got like so many options. Okay, I still yeah. So like you can have like ask a question from this dialog. Like you can ask a question from here, and then you can create a custom condition that if else as well, looping as well, and then you have a dialog management. You can do a lot of things from this from this board framework composer. And then the good part is that board framework composer is not even it's not only related to Power Virtual Agent. So you can use this board framework composer for your Azure bots as well. So you can create those Azure, like you can have your Azure bots, and then you can create those, like you can work on those bots through this Power Bot Framework Composer. So it's kind of a tool which works with PowerShell agents and with the other different other like the from the Azure bot as well. So what so let's just goes into my, just give me a second, and so wait for a minute. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. That's all from my side. So as I mentioned, you can add me on the LinkedIn. And my future gig is I will be speaking in Microsoft 365 Chicago. It's an online event, and which will be on this Saturday at 9 in the morning. So you can tune in. There are a lot of other speakers as well, and you can join them as well. And yeah, so I would like to thank Sarah for conducting this session. I really love talking, conducting my session at Microsoft Reactor, and I'm looking forward for my next session with Microsoft Reactor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakir, and thank you to everyone for tuning in. We've added the links in there in the Q&A section for you to be able to see any future upcoming Sydney Reactor events, and our YouTube channel. This recording will be on YouTube within the next 24 to 48 hours. And if you forgot to check in, the link is there so you can get additional resources from today's event and future events. So thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your afternoon, evening, or morning, and we'll see you next time for another Microsoft live stream event. Thanks, Shakir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.